Hey everyone, I am coming to you in a quick video to share with you one of my favorite reset techniques that can really shift your field, your emotions, your mindset, your attitude, the frequency that is not only on the overall body field, but around each organ system or around each body part that is in the area that you're focusing on. And not only is it highly connective to your own self and to your own presence, but it also affects those that are around you. In two different ways. One is that it's a blessing to them in a lot of ways because, people entrain to the energy, to the frequency, to what people around them are putting off. You know it all the time. You go into a room and you can feel somebody's energy, you can feel their mood, you can feel their attitude, you kind of go, whoa, or you go, oh my gosh, I love that person. Like you meet somebody and you go, they just feel great. Some people you're around, you feel really drained when you leave, and some people are around and you just feel like, oh my gosh, I'm floating on top of the world. And a lot of times, not 100%, but a lot of times that has to do with their overall frequency. And so today I want to share one way that I really enjoy throughout the day, but also sometimes just part of my morning routine, my daily energy routine doing. And it's just, there's a couple ways I've taught it and a couple ways it's known, inner smiling or energy center smiling or chakra smiling. A lot of people hear that word, and they're triggered by it, but just because you don't believe in chakras or you don't like that word makes it no less effective, true, or existent. So if you can kind of get past that and get on to the actual exercise, you will come away from trying this and go, oh my gosh, that is completely life-changing and so fabulous. So with that said, there are main energy centers in the body. Now, with this exercise, you do not have to move through the energy centers. There are very few things in energy practice that are set in stone and that are the same for everybody. So even though I'm talking about moving through the energy centers, the truth is you can do this anywhere in the body that there's tension, anywhere in the body that you feel stressed, or even that you intuitively feel that you need to do, your back or your shoulders, your arms, certain parts of your torso or your legs or certain places on your head. You can really do this anywhere. And it's so simple. But the thing, even though it's simple, a lot of times when people first start doing this, they really struggle to either hold their attention, to be able to actually visualize, or to just get past the mental chatter of, I'm not doing anything, this is not working. And so all I will say going into the practice is just know that it may take you a couple of times, a couple of days of practice going through this before you actually start really seeing a difference to where it's lasting. You do this practice and your whole day changes. You do this practice and the whole mindset changes. You do this practice and the way you feel, your whole body just lights up and changes, and it is amazing. And so I just encourage you to really stay with it, continue to practice, and I promise you will love it. So, inner smiling. When you're practicing inner smiling, it is as simple as smiling. There's a couple ways people do it. Some people do it with their eyes, their physical eyes open, and some people their physical eyes closed. For me, it depends on what I'm doing. If I'm out and about in my day or in a group of people, in a building, in a business setting, driving, doing different things, I will not close my eyes. If I'm doing it during my morning meditation, even as sometimes a gateway, into energy practice or a gateway into manifesting or journaling, sometimes I just want to raise my vibration so that some of the things I'm thinking and feeling are a lot more clear and a lot more true and a lot more aligned with who I am, not being affected by the triggers of your thoughts and your emotions and some of the experiences you have during the day. So what you're doing, if you're using the main energy centers, crown, third eye, throat, heart center, which we love, solar plexus, which we love. You've got right below the belly button, sacral, and then you've got root, which is at the base of the spine. So you have all of those, and so what you want to do is bring your attention, just your attention to a certain area. So usually I personally always start at the crown and work my way down. That's kind of my habit, and it really unlocks my flow a lot of times differently. Occasionally, intuitively, I will feel that I need to start at the root and work up, but in this particular practice, I usually start at the crown and go down. But just, for the video, we'll say throat. So when you're starting out, you bring your attention to a certain point, okay? And you're gonna imagine that your eyes, you're visualizing yourself looking out of that area. So if it's your crown, you're just visualizing yourself looking up above you. If it's your throat, your forehead here, your heart center, wherever it is, you're gonna imagine that your vision is based in that area, viewing yourself out. So you're really, all that does, honestly, all that really does, besides allow you to actually connect with your body and connect with your energy body really well, is, and strengthen your visualization, and strengthen your manifesting abilities, and strengthen some of your mind-body connection. So all of that is good, which is why I say you want to keep that in. But all you're trying to do is to bring your focus and your visualization into whatever area you're looking at. And imagine if you were looking out with your eyes, you want to visualize as if you were standing here looking out, and when you do, you want to see yourself smiling. And so you want to almost have an internal smile. I almost cannot help myself but to start smiling physically on the outside as I'm going through this practice. I mean, you just almost can't help it. Now, some people struggle with the visualization part, and a lot of times that's because of the connection or disconnection that we have, in moving energy through our bodies, and even acknowledging that we have that portion of ourselves. And so we're so used to being in the mental part, the logic part, that we really don't even connect to the fact that there's so much more of who we are. There's so much more to us than what we're used to functioning at. We're used to really only connecting to the fact that we're a physical body, and there's so many different parts to us that other than the physical body. So a lot of times if you're having problems visualizing, just almost as if your eyes were here and you were looking out, sometimes it helps to visualize, especially in the beginning, shrinking yourself down, almost like if your full body was just standing right here looking out and smiling. I have others that really find it helpful to almost, to almost be like there was a light coming out of whatever energy center they're working on at the time, seeing a light, as they're projecting that smile, seeing almost a light come out. I personally, it took me maybe once or twice to kind of go through it and get, really good, at bringing my sight, at my visualization, almost like put my eyes here. But once I realized the connection that it was bringing and the increased power that added, the visualization, if you can practice to bring it in, I highly recommend that you marry the visualization in with the projection. But if you can't, you can always skip the visualization. And especially when you're first starting, just smile, just in your mind, imagine yourself smiling, at this area. Even if you're down and you don't feel good and you're in your daily grind and you're really triggered, it's a great time to do it. Is just imagine yourself smiling. And even if that's all you're doing and you don't even know if you're doing it right, you're still bringing your focus and your intention to this area. And it is going to clear not only the energy center here, but also the organs around that body. It's going to bring motion to a stagnant body field, which I'm telling you, if you are triggered, that body field usually collapses, becomes very stagnant. It's not moving. It's almost like an acidic body. It's not a healthy state. This brings motion there. It is amazing. When you're focusing on a certain area, it is raising the vibration there, and again, clearing blocks, clearing places where we have emotions. We kind of get sticky on the inside. And so it's bringing this high vibration of smiling, this high projection of what that means. And again, when you practice this several days or several times, you will be like, oh my gosh, there actually is something amazing to this. Now, so there are the body's energy centers. If you don't like that, or if that's something that you really don't connect with, again, you can just look at the main body parts. You can look at, the core area, you can look at the heart area, and you can look at the head, and you can just project from those three. You don't have to use your energy centers. Hold it. When you're holding your projections, your smiles, do it as long as you want. I will sometimes do this practice for 2 minutes and sometimes for 20. And just holding that vibration, just looking out from the crown and smiling up, just looking out from the forehead, smiling out, the throat, clearing out the communication center, clearing out so that you use your vocal cords, your throat, everything about you for blessing, and for these things that align with this higher vibration. It is amazing to clear. Our communication center really sometimes takes a beating energetically in not only what it receives, but also the ways we use it and abuse it throughout our day. And so it's very important to clear that. So I want to say, try this. I love this practice. The one of many. I'm sure every time I come on here to give you practice, I'll be like, this is my favorite practice. I love it, but I really do. This one is just one that has stayed around years. I teach it in almost all of my classes, almost every class that I teach, or private mentoring where I'm talking to someone and saying, hey, let's create your daily energy practice. This one is always included because it's just so amazing. So try it out. Let me know what you think. Connect with me on my website, which I'm still uploading information on, depending on when you're seeing this. You can always go to my website. There's write-ups. There was a short video put up on Instagram that I actually did a long write-up, and it'll be on the blog on the website as well. So there's more information. You can always email me at blessings@ikeepsmiling.com. Again, my website, ikeepsmiling.com, and I have the Instagram of Energy Playground, so you can cruise over there where I post pictures and daily short, or pseudo daily, almost daily. My intention is for daily energy practices and visualizations, just to kind of help you add tools to your toolbox. I just want to empower you so that you have, no matter what is happening, you can pull out the things that you love and the things that serve you well, and sometimes maybe pick up something new here or there and see what serves you in the different seasons of your life. So again, let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next video, and remember to keep smiling.